But we begin tonight with that top UAW official who pleaded guilty to taking bribes and kickbacks.
He is one of 10 people convicted in a corruption scandal, but a plea deal with the feds will cut his prison time.
7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner joins us live from outside the Ann Arbor courtroom. Was this deal expected, this plea deal, Jim?
Yeah, he's been working for weeks, 74-year-old Jeff Petrzik, to get this plea deal and a very soft landing to serious fraud charges. The feds have the goods.
It was a strong case, but I think also we pled guilty because it was the right thing to do. Jeff wanted to accept responsibility for what he did.
Petrzik pleads guilty as charged: conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, facing up to 20 years in prison. The plea deal sentencing guidelines: 24 to 30 months, up to 3 years, supervised release on the backside, and restitution. What he obtained in bribes and kickbacks, $123,000. His defense attorney says he's not as guilty as officials above him in the UAW. He was essentially a bag man?
I don't want to characterize him essentially as a bag man, but I think he was approached by someone who was in power over him and asked to do something, and he did it. And that wasn't the best choice, and it's something that he regrets.
Petrzik was an assistant to then UAW Vice President Joe Ashton and worked alongside another assistant, Mike Grimes. Grimes pleaded guilty in his corruption case. Ashton has not been charged. They spent more than $15 million in contracts for watches, backpacks, and coats for union members. And that's where the feds say close to $2 million in bribes and kickbacks were paid. Would you like to say anything at all? Apologize to the membership?
Of course I apologize. Of course I do. I'm sorry for what I did. Yes, I apologize to the membership.
Current UAW President Gary Jones had his home raided by the feds in August, along with past UAW President Dennis Williams. They have not been charged. Jones has been involved in the GM-UAW contract talks and strike. UAW Regional Director Vance Pearson was also involved in the talks until being charged by the feds and then was put on leave. The feds work cases up to the highest officials possible.
I can't confirm or deny anything about cooperation.
Now, Petrzik is out on bond. He's set to be sentenced here in March. In the meantime, a lot can happen between now and the Fed, and then as the feds continue to build their case. Live in Ann Arbor, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much, Jim.